Well, hello there, human family. This is Yo Joy to the World in one of her facets of delivery. This is an hour of human history that is the OU hour. OUR with a big Y in front of it. YOUR. As the dogs bark in the background, we're working with that. If you need a dog, let me know. In the meantime, we are now expressing the holographic story of spiral time returning for the human being after a very dark age. We are in the new moment where all of the shenanigans can now be safely put behind us for processing and assimilation, never rushing ahead, and yet still facing forward, imagining a new cycle for humanity as all of the darkness is coming to light. And light for darkness is bleach. Now, only in the polarization of light and darkness, because we know ultimately that light and dark are the ultimate companions in this creative field that is reality. So neither is bad, both are one, and then everything comes out of the one that we are now being returned to as the one. So in recovering our human story, this is like the greatest fairy tale, the greatest merry tale. I will be using Dane Rudger's Astrological Mandala, Transformations and the 360 symbolic phases. This is what we will be walking through together. So right now we're at the equinox 2025, where we are in astrological alignments that haven't happened for thousands of years. So once more, we're going to be learning how to tell our story in a way that serves all of humanity, and that we know that we serve each other in this story. So right now we are stepping out of, we just had the 29th degree, the second eclipse in Virgo in 2025 at the 29th degree, where we are stepping into mastery. To start a new cycle at the 29th degree is a huge opportunity that doesn't come often. So let's just look into it for a moment, shall we? Right now, we're using the 360 degree symbols. The 179th phase is Virgo at the 29th degree. A seeker after occult knowledge is reading an ancient scroll which illumines his mind. After a crisis, one should seek to realign the renewed consciousness with the primordial revelation of the truth of humanity. There it says man, but we're going to always upgrade the previous language and the way they framed reality to serve the future of all of creation, which is yin and yang in this realm. Never to be polarized, but actualized with the 0 point at the center of those two forces. Therefore, always walking in the Trinity. So from there, today, we step into the 0 degree between Virgo and Libra. There's always a pause between. And so from that point where we just read the phase 179, phase 180 at the next degree of Virgo, which is the 30th degree, which actually equates to the 0 degree between the 29 degrees of a sign, stepping into the potential of the next step. We are at full equilibrium here today on the equinox. Day and night is equalized. The 30th degree, the leading in metaphor archetype, is totally intent upon completing an immediate task. A human being is deaf to any allurement. Keynote: the total concentration required for reaching any spiritual goal. Right there, we step from that place into transfiguration. Act 3, group integration. Libra, degrees 1 through 15. First level, actional. Phase 181, Libra, first degree. In a collection of perfect specimens of many biological forms, a butterfly displays the beauty of its wings, its body impaled by a fine dart. Yikes. The immortal archetypal reality that a perfect and dedicated life reveals. So with life moving in many directions in the outer edges of my share at this time, I will just tie a bow on this and just bring these segments of this understanding that we are going to be talking about bringing time back to the time that is a spiral time. Because if you think about it, we're going around the sun, which is brought into 4 seasons for all of us here. And yet every time we move around those 4 seasons, we enter a new cycle where we get to bring the last seasons to the new cycle. So we're learning how to build on what we have been to become what we will be, moving forward in the spiral of time as our whole solar system is spiraling through this cosmos. Wow. We are being restored. So I will speak into this symmetry and harmony in the face of all of these other things coming undone, and I will keep rhythm and stay in the pocket of spiral time as a representative of joy and the Genuine Intelligence Project PhD program. All right, we'll talk more about that. Very exciting. I love us, we the peaceful people that know who we are and who we belong to, that we can once more radiate truth and restore the physical world in doing so. Be love, be truth, be joy. Aho. Aho. Amada.